What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Kids at Work podcast with Matt Corman. Thanks for tuning in today. Hope everybody's safe out there and had a good weekend. I hope everybody's having a good start to your morning right now. New thing, I'm releasing these at like 6 or 7 a.m. I'll say 6 a.m. every Monday from here on out. Got some good feedback from people saying that they like listening to it on their way to work. Something to look forward to and makes your Monday start off on a better note. This week, though, I can start off on an even better note. Today on the podcast, he's a recording artist. He's an entrepreneur. He's amassed millions of streams across a bunch of different platforms, and he's been in the game for a good amount of time now. He is the founder of Elite Reviews, a website where you can get your music reviewed by top artists and producers in the music industry. And his name is J-Wright. J-Wright, how you doing today?
Good, bro. Appreciate you having me. Excited to be on here.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I'm excited to chat with you. We've never really connected too much, man. I just think this year a little bit. I've seen your name in the space a good amount. You've been in the game for a minute, huh?
Yeah, no, I think I was my music first kind of hit Swaggy Tracks or any big notable blog back in 2016. So that was when I first got my kick and things started moving. Before that, it was just the SoundCloud, excited about getting 150 streams, songs, stuff like that.
Facts.
Then once Swaggy started pulling through, that's when things got more exciting. But I've been in it for the fourth year, really, or almost about now. It's fifth year, pretty much. Really on the grind.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at your YouTube. It looks like 5 years ago was when you had an upload from Swaggy. I don't know if that was your first upload or not, but I was thinking, dude, 5 years ago, I didn't even have a song on Spotify.
Yeah, no, I think, I had no clue what Spotify was all about. It was weird. I think I was just putting on my song on Spotify just for the hell of it, not thinking I didn't even know the royalty structure. If you got paid from Spotify, I was just kind of just throwing it on there just to make myself look more legit. Cause you're having your songs on Spotify or iTunes, rather than SoundCloud made you look more of a professional artist rather than just someone that just threw their songs on a free spot. So that was the main reason of doing it. But that was kind of when Swaggy Tracks kind of pushed my shit. That's when things started moving with Spotify, and I was getting these checks coming in, even though they're obviously very small at the time, but still seeing these checks come in, it was damn, you can actually start making money from this. So that's really kind of kicked me into gear.
Yo, do you remember the first streaming check that you got? Do you remember how much it was for?
Yeah.
Or the first withdrawal that you made?
I think it was probably $10 or something. It was very small. I know I uploaded an album before any of my music was heard. And I think it probably got, I don't even know how many streams it got during that time period before my music got heard, but I think probably 100, 200, something like that. So I think the first few, I don't even think I checked my royalties until my song started getting plays and stuff. So that's when I started making my withdrawals. But I'm sure I could have pulled out $1. But
bro, it's such a crazy feeling though when shit starts I talk to a lot of artists that are trying to break that mold and grow and stuff. And it's crazy once you hit that threshold where you're yo, you get $1,000 check or something. You're oh my God, I can actually do this shit. But yeah, so I know you got this company, Elite Reviews, and are you guys launched yet? You're not launched just yet, right?
Not yet, no. We've had a few scheduled launch dates, but we've had some delays obviously with development and stuff. Our goal is to really just come out with the best site at first off, rather than come out with a site that works but has to have all these bug fixes and all these glitches and stuff like that. So we decided to, rather than risk having any bug issues or have any issues with, since we were dealing with people's money, we're dealing with artists with notable following. We want to obviously come off and have a good representation with these mid to high tier artists. So we're just taking our time a little bit and making sure we're coming out with the best site and no glitches, no bugs, anything like that.
Yeah.
So
love that you're treating it it is, it's it kind of reminds me of a startup tech company kind of deal, the kind of approach you're doing.
Yeah, no, it's cool because I'm partnered with pretty much a startup tech company. So they have already gone through it. So I was lucky enough to really work with their team and not have to go through all the steps of like finding investors, finding developers, and all that stuff that would probably take me like months and months to really figure out. I was able to connect with my buddy Nick that runs the company and kind of jump things ahead a lot faster than me just starting from scratch.
Fire. Yeah, it's a great idea. I just curious, you know, like how did you, cause I don't know how much you know like about me too, but like I love like business, and I love like the idea of being able to monetize like knowledge, or just be able to kind of like take off from something that you know and kind of like, I don't know, like share with other people. Like there are a lot of artists out there who are just kind of in the artist lane, which is fine. Which I am as well. But I also like, you know, I focus my efforts a lot onto like coaching and mentorship and how to, you know, grow artists. Mm-hmm. Like what made you take a step back and look and see like, you know, the industry is kind of missing something and this could help?
Yeah. I mean, I'm always looking for new, like kind of companies and new revenue sources pretty much, or just new things to like kind of get my excitement to keep going. Cause obviously if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it kind of feels like a job after a while. So
absolutely.
Obviously music, just like releasing every 2 weeks, stuff like that was kind of getting redundant for me personally. So I wanted to kind of find that passion again, or find that like drive to really like push myself and want to like spend hours and hours on something. So, I mean, I had my clothing line for a little bit, shut that down because of COVID. And just didn't want to put the marketing money into it if it was like harder to ship things and more expensive and all that. So push that down a little bit, might come back to that like in the future. But it was actually weird. Like, so I went through like a breakup in August and
it's fairly recent.
I was, yeah. So I went to, I was in New Hampshire at the time, visiting friends and family. I was dating a girl from New Hampshire, went through a breakup. It was pretty rough. So I flew back to Georgia and then kind of went into like a depression almost, or like, just kind of like figuring out what I want to do in my life, or like what my goals were and stuff. And then I was just like driving back from the gym one day. And then the idea of like Elite Reviews just kind of popped in my head. Not like the full idea, but like just like the idea of like bigger artists helping smaller artists in some sort of way. And it was just random thought that came into my head. So I got back to my house and just kind of started typing it down and figuring out like just like adding different details to it. And then I knew my buddy Nick had like his own music tech company. And I thought I knew he would be a good resource because he always reaches out to me about like, hey, like we're coming out with this idea for our site. Do you think it'd be a good idea for small artists? Or he's already reaching out to me about like ideas for newer improvements for the music industry and stuff like that. So felt like it would be a good pitch for him. So we obviously sent over like a non-disclosure, all that. And then we did the pitch, or I did the pitch to him, and he loved it. And then we kind of just started things going from there. I wrote up like a more professional business plan. And then he got his team involved, his development team and his marketing team. And then we just, I started coming up with all the logos and like all like what the site's going to look like, the color scheme, all that stuff. And he kind of started with the just getting his development team ready and how the site's going to work and the wire frames and all that. So things started moving pretty quick. I think the idea started in end of August, and now we're in January, and we're pretty confident we're going to be launching mid-January. So,
wow,
definitely kind of kicked it into gear, which I'm grateful for. Because if I was just doing this from scratch, I'd be a lot longer. It'd be like, I don't even know if I would be able to do it, but it would just take a lot longer and a lot more.
No, you'd figure it out. That's awesome though, man. The site looks excellent. I mean, that's the first thing. Like, I don't know if I even told you that. I was like, wow, this site looks incredible.
Yeah, we're kind of obviously like taking ideas from like we want to make it as easy and accessible as possible for people, like not have a lot of buttons or a lot of like confusing like prices come and stuff. So we're just making it as easy and accessible as possible. Taking ideas from like what Cameo did, how Cameo was successful, obviously not copying Cameo, but like taking ideas of how they became successful with their website and how they grew to being like $100 million company. And just like kind of combine, like taking our knowledge and how we want our site to work and how we want it to be easy to use with the artists, and the branding of the site to be easy enough for any artist to share. So it's not like a site that looks like a rock or like a heavy metal site. Like we want to kind of make our site as neutral as possible for like pop, EDM, hip hop, rock, because we want to obviously cover all genres. So kind of just putting all those pieces together and making it kind of just like user friendly and looks good for all.
Yeah, I mean, and it definitely does. I think you do a good job with what is it? It's like white and pink and black. Is that kind of the colors that you're using?
It's white and red and black. Yeah.
White, red, and black. Yeah. Yep. No, I love it, dude. I love the idea. Isn't it crazy seeing like an idea that kind of pops into your head and then like seeing it kind of come to life? Like at one point when you were jotting that down, like you probably couldn't see into the future and be like, yeah, Elite Reviews is going to be a real fucking thing. But like it is very, very real, and it's going to release. It's January 4th now, so in the next couple of weeks.
Yep, that's the plan. As long as everything goes smoothly, obviously, like I said, we want to make sure we don't run into any issues after launch. We'd rather run into the issues before.
Yeah. Do you think it's something like when you were? I mean, we're all still coming up, but like, because I would have loved to. I'm thinking to myself like a couple of years ago. I mean, it's always good to get feedback from artists for sure. Like it always is. Yeah, at any level it is, and it's just like something that. I never even thought of that, like how easy it would be to have some sort of platform that it's like, hey, I need some advice on how this shit sounds. And like, I really kind of look up to this guy. Like, it just kind of makes perfect sense. So, well done, brother.
Thanks, bro. No, I appreciate it.
No, that's fucking awesome. So tell me a little bit about, you mentioned the breakup and stuff, your music. I've noticed there's a lot of relationship type of music. I mean, you have a lot of different songs. I was just kind of diving through the catalog. I mean, obviously, Top Hand, Don't Know Love is, probably your top song right now, correct?
Yep.
Great fucking record, by the way, man. That shit is, that's one of those, like, when you made that shit in the studio where you're like, all right, I got one.
Actually, I mean, I definitely knew it was going to be a good song to release, but like, I didn't know it was going to be like the song or like the song that was going to like do good, because I mean, I thought I was making like other songs that were comparable and stuff. So like, it wasn't like a song I was like, all right, this one's definitely going to blow up. Like, yeah. Other song at the time. And then, I released it. And I think promoting sounds really helped that one. Cause I think it got like 1 million views on their YouTube in like less than a month or something.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah. Or something like that. It was like number 5 of their most popular tracks for a while. And then I think it probably was dropped down by now, but it definitely did really good on their channel, and that those views obviously go to Spotify and the other streaming platforms.
Let me see. I want to look up. Do you know off rip how many streams it has on YouTube right now?
I think like 6.4 million.
God damn, man. I remember. Yeah, I mean, dude. Yeah, 6.4 mil. I mean, 2 years ago, dude. Like things aren't getting streamed like that on YouTube as much anymore. Like that's like on Spotify, you got a good song if it's doing that, like for sure. Like I'm just thinking about like, one of my songs, Word of the Wise. And I'm just thinking like when that shit hit, it just like, it changes your whole entire catalog though. Like, I don't know. Did you have any songs that were kind of popping off before that one came out?
I mean, I have my song Upgraded. That was like the first one that kind of hit. And that one, was that one and my song Messin' were like the 2 ones were really pushing my Spotify at the time. Yeah. And then I had a few other ones that were doing like pretty good, but they weren't like as good as the other ones. They're doing average compared to what I'm at now. So I didn't really have, I think my the 2 ones were Upgraded and the Messin'. And then once Don't Know Love hit, that obviously like skyrocketed to the top. But I didn't really have any like hits or like that one hit song. Yeah.
So. No, yeah. And it's so cool seeing like, what were you at like monthly listeners wise? Do you have any idea? Just curious. Like before it dropped.
I think I was at like think I was at like 120,000, something like that. 100,000 around there. Yeah, I think I had one with Anthony Russo, like a little bit before that kind of like blew up at this, like for a little bit, and then it died down pretty quickly. And that was like right before Anthony Russo like blew the fuck up and started working with G-Eazy and all that.
Yeah.
I think that actually like pushed me pretty good on Spotify monthly listeners. And then I think as that one was dying down, that's when Don't Know Love kicked in, and obviously took it further. But
fuck yeah,
I was stuck under 200,000 for so long, and then I kind of learned about like marketing, targeted marketing, and how to grow your followers rather than grow your streams, and or growing your followers correlates into like growing your streams, but like obviously just like it just takes a little bit longer. That's really what like kind of pushed me over the 200,000.
Interesting you say that. Everybody has so many different like, ideas for strategizing on how to like grow, right?
Yeah.
But you're saying, specifically marketing and trying to get your followers up. What were you doing to do that?
So basically did like targeted marketing through Facebook business using Instagram stories. So having like creating like different, probably like 5 or 6 ads of different music videos, different songs, and testing them out through Facebook business. And then obviously just keeping the ones that did good, getting rid of the ones that did bad. And then not directing it towards a specific song. The ad would go towards just my generic Spotify page. So like,
interesting.
If they like the song, they have to go dig through my Spotify to like actually find that song. And then they have like the big following button right as they like swipe up. So they have that following button. So it makes people want to follow more. And it just doesn't give them the song right away. If they really like the song and they're like, oh, they liked it enough to swipe up to like listen to it, they have to go find it, and which could lead to more streams and them kind of digging through my catalog and then liking my music enough to actually follow me. So it seemed to work. I mean, when I started doing the targeted marketing, I was at 13,000 Spotify followers. And then in about a year, I hit 30,000 Spotify followers from doing that. And they're all real. And I could see it like correlate through my release radar and correlate through like my first week streams. I think I was only hitting like maybe 10,000 or a little under 10,000, maybe like 12,000 if I was lucky for the first week. When I was at 13,000 followers, and now I'm like easy 20,000 to 25,000 typically. So
that's sick.
So it's definitely, you can see it in with the follower increase. And that's why I like with the whole Spotify thing now, where people are like paying for streams. I think they should definitely focus more on like the following growth rather than the stream growth. Yeah.
And that's a great point. I find it interesting. Like, Facebook ads only work like to a certain. I've heard of a strategy where you have like a hyped it page, and then you have people kind of go to the hyped it page, and then are able to click through there. But it sounds like you just directed people straight to your Spotify, right?
Yep. Well, I had it was directly through my Spotify, but we use like the fan link almost. I think it's the fan link.
Yeah.
We use something to like direct them. It would automatically go to the Spotify, but we use that fan link page to kind of track the people that clicked on it and get like the pixel information.
Exactly.
And I think it directed them to Spotify a little easier than how Instagram does it or something.
Yeah.
It was a little different, but
I love that, man. Definitely. I tell people that too. It's like, so like I said, like I feel like I've started a little bit like after you, and growth wise, like I just broke 10,000 followers, but I haven't run any Facebook ad strategy for my music. In the beginning I did a little bit, but like I've just relied a lot on like a strategy of releases and like networking, connecting with certain vloggers and different influencers is kind of my route to growth. But I mean, other than seeing, using Facebook ads to grow your followers on Spotify, what else have you seen is like most effective or has made you found success as an artist? Like, would you say, like, if there's an underground artist listening to this?
Yeah. I would say probably networking with, like you just said, networking with blogs. I think Promoting Sounds, Swaggy Tracks, all those guys really like pushed. I mean, I gained up to 13,000 without any promotion or anything as well, and that was just really from Promoting Sounds, Swaggy Tracks, getting on different not editorial playlists, but like getting on different personal playlists that people have, and just people sharing my music that way. I think I got on Jake Paul's vlog once or twice, even though he didn't credit me. Still, I had people like DMing me on Instagram, stuff like that, saying like, "Hey, use your song." So I think just different, like I've had like just different random like vlogs and different random like videos use my music, and I think the majority of them credit me, and I feel like all that combined just really helped me grow. I didn't really like do anything specific. I mean, I definitely kept networking with the blogs, and always talked to Promoting Sounds. I reached out, shared my new song with them, not in like an annoying way where I'm sure like a lot of artists might like consistently like email them, but like in more of like a business and like professional relationship way, where you're obviously respecting their time and respecting like they probably have tons of submissions coming in, and just kind of using that relationship from the past to have them listen to my music and decide if they want to post it. So I guess just maintaining that network and maintaining the relationships with the blogs and the people that have helped you in the beginning to help you keep growing.
Facts. Yeah, completely aligned with you there, man. Like Promoting Sounds has helped me a lot, especially from the jump. I mean, I don't know how many songs I have on there. Maybe like, I have no idea, but a good amount. And I know you do too. I've never been on Swaggy Tracks, but it's like the same thing. Like if you're trying to work with any type of blog, it's the not being annoying factor. And it's also saving your swings. I know a lot of artists are like, yeah, like every time I drop, I submit a song. I don't really recommend that. You know, I recommend saving your swings, right? Like for instance, if you have a hardcore trap song, you don't really care. You don't really want to be on Promoting Sounds, right? Like know your audience and know who your client is and who you're trying to actually work with. There's a reason why Don't Know Love worked great on the Promoting Sounds channel.
Yeah.
Maybe it wouldn't have worked on some other shit, you know?
I only send my sad songs to Promoting Sounds.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I actually like, that's funny. Me too. And like, I pretty much like stopped making like all this new shit that I have coming out is like way more upbeat and more in the market. That's kind of working for me. But, no, dude, that was a great point for that. Let's talk about the music a little bit, man. Cause, you know, your stuff is pretty personal stuff, right? I think that you talk a lot about your life and you talk a lot about relationships, and I feel like I just listened to, I think it's called The End.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And like, I'm confusing. That's kind of a relationship one, right? Too.
Yeah. Yep. That is. Yeah.
Okay. Bet. I mean, I love that shit though, man. I love making songs about like, even if it's not happening to me, I love making it, you know?
Yeah. It's funny the way that song was created, kind of just worked out. Like, I think Abstract was going through a breakup around the same time. And he was like tweeting different like breakup stuff, or like just tweeting stuff, and I was like retweeting it because I was like relating to him and shit. And I think he DM'd me. He's like, "Yo, like, it's like I see you're like feeling the same way. Let's make a track." And
that's amazing.
Like took us a little while to find the beat. But yeah, I found that beat, and then came up with like a rough draft and sent it over, and he fucked with it, and then went from there. So yeah, it worked out that the breakup definitely gave me a lot more opportunities and a lot better outcome than what the relationship was. So it's all good.
Yeah. So like I was in a relationship for like 7 fucking years, man. And I remember like the first time we broke up or whatever, I made some fire. And then I made my first song that like actually did like pretty freaking well was called Broken Screens. And you heard that? Yeah. So that was from like a breakup. And then we got back together, and I was like, yo, my shit's whack. Like you got to break up with me or some shit so I can make some fire again. No, that's fire that you found some.
That shit does definitely make the best music. It's funny, like this is the only industry where like when bad shit happens to you, like it makes you money. It makes you more money. So
bro, yeah. You know what I didn't want to get tied up in though is like so many people were like, yo, like make more songs like Broken Screens or like Life Dreams and stuff. And like, I don't want to get tied to, because like if I'm feeling good, like I don't want to have to write breakup music. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I feel you. I get that all the time for Don't Know Love. I think once a week I get like a message saying you have to make another Don't Know Love or something like that.
People don't know how hard it is to make a fucking song like that too. Yeah, shit's fucking difficult. Are you mixing your own stuff? Like what's your process like?
Yeah, right now I'm mixing all my music. For a while when I was working full time, I obviously didn't have enough time. I was balancing full-time work, relationship, all that. So didn't have enough time to mix. I liked mixing my own stuff when I was doing it in college, because that's what I went to college for. So when I was able to when I quit my full-time job and I was single and was able to put the time into actually I think obviously when you're mixing your own stuff, you do have you do have to be careful because you have listened to the song 100 times already. So you have to be careful about that. But at the same time, you do put more of that effort in and you really put in your all rather than someone that you're just paying that might have 50 other tracks that they're working on. So I do feel like it has their pros and cons to it where you have to be careful about missing things because you've heard it so many times. But at the same time, you're really passionate about the song. So you're putting all the effort in, trying to make it the best it can be.
Bro, yeah, I absolutely feel you. So I work directly with my engineer. He's an artist as well. I don't know. You've heard Adrian Stressel before? Oh yeah. Shout out Adrian. So he
just got him on the site.
Oh fuck yeah. He's a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, he's been he mixed all my music for last year, mixed and master, and then this year I've been have been learning how to do my own stuff, and I pretty much did the majority of my stuff this year, but I go back and forth with him about how shit sounds or whatever. I still he's still mastering the majority of my shit because it's fucking it's so difficult. But let me I find it interesting talk about your process, and you said full-time work. So you're full-time music right now, and also could you come closer to the mic too? I think I'm losing you a little.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
There you go. Perfect. So are you full-time on music right now? You don't have another gig at all?
Nope. I'm full-time on music. Been doing full-time music since January of last year.
Fire.
Worked in staffing for a bit, was a manager for some big Fortune 500 companies, managing their staffing and stuff like that. And I mean, staffing is just a very stressful job. And
I worked in staffing too.
Oh, you did? Yeah, no, I just didn't like it at all. I worked there for 4 years and definitely got a lot of good experience and got a lot of knowledge, business, just business stuff, talking to business people, presenting in front of large amount of people and just more of the business side of a company. So it definitely benefited me with some of the music stuff I'm doing, the business side of the music and business side of what I'm doing now. So definitely don't regret working there at all. And it gave me the income I needed to really push my music and market my music. Because nowadays people don't realize that the music industry, especially coming up, costs a lot of money to really push your stuff and get it heard.
Facts. I find it interesting that I'm in a similar boat, right? I graduated and I worked for Enterprise Rent-A-Car and was in management there. And then I moved to a staffing agency and I did sales at a software company up until COVID hit. And then I've been music full time. I've been lucky enough. I think me and you are at the point, our streams are kind of at the point where it's if you live within your means, you can live off it, but do you ever get that decision of leaving your company, or how'd you kind of exit there? Did you just more music?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was working remotely because I moved to Georgia. To keep me on. So they let me be a remote manager for a company in Chicago. So I was doing that for a while. And I was just losing motivation with the job and they wanted me to move over to the Uber account to manage Uber. And that was a huge ass account, and it was take me like probably like 10 or it was probably gonna be like 10 or 12-hour days at times, and like just really take a lot out of like my music, and I'd probably lose a lot of motivation to do music after work because it's just gonna be such a stressful job. And I was at the point where I was making like a ton of money combined with both combined. And I had like a huge big savings, and I was making a lot of money with my music where I was like, I felt comfortable to not have to do it anymore or not have to work my full-time job. I actually did Uber for like, after I quit my job, I drove for Uber for a bit just to like kind of get into that, like go from like making like double my money to just half.
Bro, so did I.
So,
I did
like,
the same thing.
Yeah, I did like the Uber driving for a bit till COVID hit, and yeah, I mean, I kind of just grinded, but now I'm getting into like stocks and day trading and stuff like that. That's a big focus of mine now, and that's been going well. And then obviously elite reviews and music. So that's my three big income sources I'm trying to build for 2021.
Fuck yeah, man. I love that. Dude, we're pretty similar. I mean, like I drove for Uber because it's like once you get to like a certain amount of money, I get nervous, right? Like I live in Boston, and you know, there's heavy expenses out here, and like I'm like, damn, like yeah, I could like I make this check once a month, but like, is this like, am I gonna be able to do this for like the rest of the year? You know what I mean? It just gets nerve wracking. You think about taxes, like it's like it's fucking nerve wracking. I get artists all the time that ask me like, how do you get to the point where you're doing music like full time? And I think that's it's a relative question. Like because it's all situational. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it depends where you live, like how expensive your living expenses are, and how much you're willing to sacrifice, and how smart you are to not just make music I mean, a lot of these artists depend so much on music as their one source, but really when you're self-employed, like any person that's self-employed really should have like multiple sources of income coming in.
Absolutely.
Just in case one fails or one is like struggling at one time, like you have another source of income, and like the more source of income, obviously the more you're making money. So I'm all about like just trying to come up with new ways to make money, because as a self-employed, like when you're self-employed, you have all this time on your hands. You're not like working the 9-to-5 schedule. So you have all this time to like really create new source of income that the majority of people that are working these 9-to-5s don't have the ability to do because they're stuck to that strict schedule.
Yeah.
So we have the ability to kind of work outside the box and work outside those lanes to like create new things.
Absolutely. You know, that saying, it's like you can either sacrifice time or sacrifice money. And that's exactly what you did. You know, that's what I did. You know, you're making some good money working your job at the same time. But there's like, I've been kind of battling with that too. Cause like, I don't know, there's just some sort of fucking, like I want to invest in real estate. And I'm a very impatient person. And
I know.
Lucky for me right now, like I have the capital to do it, but I'm thinking like longer term. I'm like, damn, if I did just work a job right now, I could make shit happen so much faster, because like, oh, like I want to put 10 grand over there. Like that won't even be a thing if I have a gig. Cause then it's like, you know, and did you go to college?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Full Sail University. It's in Winter Park, Florida. It's like a media college almost. So they do like recording. Well, I went for recording arts, which is basically behind the boards. Goes over like all like mixing, like pretty much like everything that goes into the recording process, stuff like that. And then they do like film school and I think game design. So they just do like a ton of different media stuff. Cool experience. It's like, it was in Florida, but it was really advertised to like worldwide. So we had kids from like every state in the United States there, like plus like overseas. So it was cool to be able to network with a lot of those people that had the same like drive and same goals as me, rather than going to a regular college where majority of those people are going to be, their goal after college is obviously just get like a regular job and start their career. So it was cool to be able to be around those people, and you didn't feel as crazy doing what you're doing because you're around, even though after college I did get a regular job, but still was cool experience to be around those people and and opened up different opportunities for like music video shoots or photo shoots.
Yeah. You built up your network there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. I've actually been to Full Sail before. My brother did like yeah, my older brother, he got me into music because he always wanted to be a rapper. And so he went to Full Sail for like a couple of years, actually. Forget, maybe 2 years. But I've been on campus there and I was so impressed with like the backdrop area. There's this backdrop area. And then there's also like the studios they have there are fucking, they're incredible.
Yeah. I think they have like a $5 million recording studio there.
Does anyone use it? Like, are there any artists in there that are making songs? Can you make songs while you're there in the studios?
Yeah. I mean, some of their projects that we did were to like make songs, or we had to like bring in a band, like a local band or something like that to record. And then we had to do like the whole recording process, mixing process, mastering process. So I think that was like one of our final things was to fully like record like an EP for a band. God,
I feel like that would be so easy nowadays to have. Like, like that's the final.
No, it's crazy. Yeah. And like, but these guys have like, you know, like they have the freaking like racks of compressors, racks of like different equipment that you have to learn. And like, they did like the old analog. So you had to like use wires to like plug into different effects. And it was definitely complicated. Like, I'm glad that they created Logic and they created like Pro Tools.
Yeah, I was going to say, why not just use like a DAW and just fuck it, you know?
I know. I'm glad that it's not like that now. Cause music industry would be so much harder.
Yeah.
But it was a really cool school. I do think there is artists that use that. I think, I forget the name. I think they said Beyonce like came or did something there. Forget. There was a few big names I know they had come by and like record because it is such like a impressive studio.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the signs everywhere too for Full Sail. That's really cool. So you must have been like, I went to college for business management and entrepreneurship, but because I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur and I always knew that I kind of had that thing in there, but you went to music you went to college for music. So that's like kind of insane. Like you already knew early on that this is kind of what you want to do, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The rapping thing.
Do you have any like musician people in your family or anything?
Yeah, my dad is a drummer. He used to be a drummer for like a band that him and his friends made or something like that. And then I had my cousins like did rap a little bit when they were like in high school, and they didn't take it really seriously. So that kind of inspired me though, when they were taking it seriously. Like it kind of died off pretty quick, but when they were taking it seriously, that was like kind of an inspiration. Cause I always tried playing like instruments and like doing like piano and drums and I just didn't like taking lessons. I don't know. I think just the fact of like having to like study and like having to like treat it like a school, like it was like, it just kind of like,
that's no fun.
Yeah. So when I was able to like start writing my own lyrics and like taking it at my own pace and like not getting told like what to do and like what to practice, I just kind of fell in love with like the writing side of things and just kept going. I was terrible probably for the first like 3 years, 2 years, like listening back to any music I made, like for the first like 2 or 3 or probably even more than that. Just like, it's just embarrassing to listen to, but like, it's just facts how like, it doesn't like you're obviously talent is going to help you, and talent is like having that natural talent to like flow and that natural talent to like sing and stuff is definitely going to help you. But like, I definitely didn't have any talent with like the rap part, like the flow part and stuff. It was just all just like work and like learning the flow and like learning melodies and what melodies like I liked and like were catchy to me, and like just like kind of going through that process of like just like really working hard and like believing in myself, just having that natural ability to sing and natural ability to flow on a track. So I would say that was it.
That's wild. Man. Like you had to work so hard. I'm like, not only like some cocky shit, but it was like opposite for me. Like I've been freestyling since I was like 10 years old. Like I'm 25. My older brother is, was he 31, 32? And so like he was making music in high school on like LimeWire and shit, like putting his MP3s on LimeWire to get download. And I remember him like having the microphone like in his room, like taped up to a broomstick and like with the pillows around him. And I was helping him set it up. And I was freestyling like at such a young age. So like the whole rapping thing was kind of easy to me. But the hard part was was making songs. And it's kind of like what I had to learn how to do. Cause like there's a difference between like, okay. And you see this a lot with artists. Some artists are extremely fucking good at rapping. They can bar out but no one wants to listen because they can't make a good song. And there's just so many things you need to learn on. God, like I don't know, like do you ever get into a vibe? It's like, damn, like as you like sometimes I pull off of a track off of my verse. I did this last night and I was like, I'm trying to prove something too much. Like they just want to hear this type of song. Like I just gotta like I don't need to show them I can rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I've gotten caught up in that too, like having to like rap fast or like rap as fast as I can to like prove that I'm a good rapper. But in reality, like it's not about like the fast rap and like how fast you're going. It's more about like what you're saying in the track and how you're relating to people. Obviously flow and like syllables and all that like are definitely a huge part of it. But I'd say it's a combination between like how you're relating to people, how you're making them feel like emotion wise, like happy, sad, and just using your lyrics to like really like change your life or like just put them in a bad mood, a good mood, a sad mood. Like if you're able to do that, that is like you're a better rapper than just someone rapping really fast and not really understanding what you're saying.
Hell yeah, man. I always try to tell people like, try to give them something that they relate to. Like try to say a line in there or like, I like to try to tell a story. It's like try to when they're driving to work or whatever they're doing, when they're listening to you in the gym, make them say, yeah, like I agree. You know, I agree with you. I've been there before. Like I've had that girl problem. I've had that guy problem. I've had, whatever the hell you're talking about. But speaking of like relating to things, like I know you're from the East Coast too. What part of New Hampshire are you from?
I'm from right near Manchester. I mean, I'm from Wilton. You probably never heard of it, but it's right near Manchester, New Hampshire. Not sure if you know there, like Nashua. Like my grandparents are in Nashua.
I went to SNU.
Oh yeah. So you know that. I lived in Manchester after college. I had an apartment there in Manchester for 2 years.
What part?
It was near the Hooksett border. Like, I'm not sure if you know where that is, like the Hooksett Market Basket and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, of course.
Yeah. So off exit 7, through Manchester. So
yeah, bro. I was on campus at SNU my whole time. So Manch was like my fucking hometown, man. Like Whiskey's 20 was the place, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Manchester. One time they had like bonfire and Whiskey's 20. I've been a few times. They have some. It's a small city, but they definitely can turn up.
Yeah, facts.
It's crazy at times.
What's that like for like? Who do you guys have for musicians up there, man? I don't even like. No. I know you guys got like Jay Zach is from New Hampshire, right?
Yeah. I mean, some smaller artists. I think Abstract just dropped a song with Crispy D, which is a smaller artist from Nashua. And then who else?
You do any collabs with anybody? Like, what's the environment like there? Because Boston's obviously a lot bigger, and like I like live in the city here. But in terms of like collaborative effort, like I could actually probably add you into this shit. Like we have like a Discord going on now. It's called like the Boston Music Connection. But and it's just so everybody can kind of connect and be a little bit more collaborative. Because kind of coming up, it really wasn't too collaborative. Like New Hampshire's a little different, but like what's it like up there? Like in terms of artists, like.
I mean, we definitely have a lot of artists that are up and coming, obviously, like just the regular up and coming. I mean, I have a few from my high school that I still work with, like my boy Casey. He's kind of coming back into it, so I'm like helping him out and like mixing some of his songs and just giving him tips because he was like, when I went to high school, like he was the rapper, like he was the one that.
Oh, really? Now it's J-Wright popping off now.
And then, it's just like things kind of like just grew over time, and so now I'm. Obviously, like he always like supported me though, even though like he could have been like a cocky asshole and like just be like suck or whatever. But he always like supported me. Like we rapped together. We had fun like in music class, stuff like that. So definitely want to return the favor and like help him out if he needs it going forward. So we have like the smaller artists like that. Obviously, like J-Zach, he's out in LA now. He's definitely doing good big things with like music video wise, and like I think I see him working with like some pretty big like I don't know if they're TikTokers, but like
influencers. I see he's got some good connections
with them. So like, yeah, I mean, I hope we have some more New Hampshire names, or we have some big New Hampshire names coming out soon.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we have like obviously Adam Sandler, but he's in the music or the movie industry. So we need like a music person. But what was I gonna say? No. Oh yeah, we have the what's the it's like a music video production company in Manchester, and they work with Joyner Lucas and
fucking what is it? What am I thinking of? I know who it is. I know the fucking owner of it.
Yeah. I forget his name.
They have a clothing line. I can't even think of it. It's like one of the kids went to Snoo, dude.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of
it? I thought his name started with a B that owns it. I'm not sure.
It might be. Now I'm fucking hooked on it. I want to.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's pretty impressive. Like, they work with like obviously Joyner Lucas's Chris Brown record and like I Prevail and all that. So
huge.
They're definitely doing big things for a music video company in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Absolutely. Is it called no, this is Limitless. Limitless is a different thing. I think it might be. That's a clothing brand from it. Oh, Limitless Media?
No, it's let me see.
I know this dude Trev Finna like works with Joyner, but I think he might just do photography for him.
Yeah, I think that guy might work for let's see. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But cause I know they're pretty big.
Yeah. Dude, the music video thing, I was just talking with Ryan Oakes about that, like about how like I mean, I know you recently just dropped the music video like a month ago, right?
Yeah. I worked with an artist, or not artist, but a director in Atlanta for the Memories music video. That was pretty fun.
How do you feel about like doing music videos and like your return on investment there? What are your thoughts?
Definitely a terrible return on investment, but I think it is important to definitely like give people visuals. Like, obviously you don't have to do every single song if you have, I mean, unless you have, I'm sure every single song being more consistent would probably grow your YouTube a lot faster. But I'm the type of person that I don't want to drop like 10 cheap music videos. I'd rather drop like one like high quality, like expensive music video every once in a while to give you like the best quality. So like if I do ever blow up and if I do ever like get to that point, people like, I don't have to delete those music videos because they're like super like lame, but I can like, I still have like that quality. Like people can look back and be like, all right, that's still dope, and kind of help me from there. And growing, it's just all about like growing your brand and like keeping your brand like where you want it to be. So, I mean, I'm sure I've seen like artists do like the whole like try to drop a music video for like almost every song, even if they're very basic music videos.
That's hard. That's expensive, dude.
Yeah. And definitely, I mean, I see YouTube growth on it, but I'm just not sure like if it's like how far it'll get you. I'd much rather just like obviously invest the money every once in a while, even if I'm not getting like the money back from it. It's good just to have like that visual for people, and just makes your brand more legit and people more interested in you.
Absolutely.
I did see it grow, like it did grow my streams a bit, my Spotify streams, and YouTube's been pretty consistent. So I don't think it was a total loss, but definitely the payback. I don't think the payback for it was.
No, it's like marketing. It's an endless pit. You know, it is what it is. I haven't dropped a music video in like well over 2 years, maybe 3 years at this point. And just for that reason, like I could have dropped a video to Word of Wise and like it's definitely like requested and just like different songs. But I don't know. Sometimes I just like I actually ask just because I'm interested. I'm like, you know, what your thoughts are. If you're gonna like, are you gonna put out some more music videos for 2021? Like, what's 2021 looking for you on the music side of things?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible with like the every 2 week deal. Might push it to like 3 weeks, depending on how busy things get with like Elite and all that. So, but I want to stay consistent with singles. I want to like. I'm just sick of being in the 200s. I want to like go past. I've been in the 200s probably for like close to a year, maybe less. But I just want to like grow to I want to get to the 300s at least.
Yeah, I do. I get that.
But yeah, no, I just want to just stay consistent, but at the same time, not like lose any quality from my music. So if I do need to take more time, I'll take the time, but want to stay consistent with things and then grow. Yeah, both music, Elite, and yeah, I think my goal is to move back to the East Coast in 2021, like in the beginning of 2021. Did
what
the whole
part?
land. Probably Southern New Hampshire or Mass, depending on where I'm looking. Not sure yet. But yeah, I definitely want to be like in a busier area. Obviously I want to be close. Like I've been away from family, all that. It'd be nice to be near family. But at the same time, like I realized that kind of like where you're at isn't like a huge like either do or die type situation. Like if you're like in a big city, it's not going to make or break you with like technology nowadays, and especially with Corona kind of opening that up where everyone had to be on social media. I think it just like widened the roots of like making your money through social media and stuff like that. So kind of just like opened my eyes to like saying like I've been in Atlanta for like 2 years. It's been fun. Definitely went to Atlanta, had a lot of experience and like was in that culture and it was definitely a different culture from New Hampshire, obviously. And it was really cool experience, but I'm 26 and ready to kind of like go back and find a place I want to just like chill for a while. Like, cause I've been like kind of bouncing around. Like I lived in Florida for 2 years and I moved back to Manchester for 2 years. And then I went to Georgia for 2 years. So now I'm at my 2-year point. So I'm ready to move back and probably just want to chill for longer than 2 years this time.
On to Boston, bro. On to Boston, man. Boston's tight.
Yeah, no, it's dope.
It's a spot. I'm thinking either.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I'm probably heading down to Miami. Well, I am heading down to Miami. That's my next target for where I'm moving. But I've been in Boston for like 6 years now, man. Like I started in my summers. I'm from Cape Cod originally, but like during the summers in college, I would just live in Boston at my buddy's house. But dude, it's an amazing place. But then again, you're right. Like with Corona, like who gives a fuck? Like nothing's even open anyways. So like, doesn't really matter too much.
No. I mean, I'll definitely. I know some people in Boston, so I'll definitely be in Boston either way.
Hell yeah!
But yeah, no, I love Boston. It's a really cool vibe. What do you? So you're going to Miami with some homies or?
No, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the situation that it's gonna be yet. Like, I live in Boston, like with my buddies from college, but trying to figure out like what my next move is gonna be in terms of like who I'm living with or what I'm doing. Like I got a girlfriend pretty serious with, so like she's considering moving down there too. But things are just up in the air, just like conversations. But I'm like 99% doing it because like I'm at the point too with like I've kind of worked my ass off to get into this position that I can be remote and like passively like be fucking shit up, with my growth guide and with the like for 2021 I'm doing this thing where I'm coaching different artists. I'm taking 3 artists and helping, and I'm coaching them for like a little over a month. Yeah, but just like little things like that. Like you were talking about diversifying your income. Like I kind of made it to this point where I'm like, dude, like, why am I living in Boston with like the gray skies and it's dark and cold out when I could be doing the same thing from like a fucking beautiful Miami condo? Like, why don't I do that shit? You know what I mean? Because I don't even like go anywhere here, anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but let me flip the script on you real quick. I didn't prepare you for this. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
In terms of like, let me ask you, do you, on my end, I didn't prepare you for this though, but do you have any like questions or anything you want to know, like about me or like anything that I'm doing over here on like our base, and it doesn't have to be music related or business related. It can be like life related too, like whatever it is.
Yeah. Let me see. So you have is that the Make It Happen? Is that your clothing line, or is that a clothing line you're partnered up with, or?
No, that's me, man. So that's like what I got tattooed on my arm. That's my entire brand and message and everything. Cause like I said, I didn't come from like a fucking rich family or anything. I don't know if I said that. I think I was saying to somebody earlier, but I didn't come from like a rich family or anything. I've just been like everything that I've done in life. I feel like it's always been said no to me, like slammed in my face, like, no, you can't do this shit. And I've always found a way to make something happen, right? Like, it's like, and I think you probably have had moments like this in your career as, you're a musician and entrepreneur. It's like, you can't get on promoting sounds. Well, like you did, you know what I mean? You made it happen somehow, or just like any type of way that you've done something, you just make happen. And so that's kind of the mantra, the memo for everything, just all encompassing. But MIH Universal stands for like Make It Happen Universal. And that's my LLC, that's the record label. And it's kind of just all encompassing within everything. That's also the clothing line as well. It also says Make It Happen. It's just kind of everything kind of falls in line with that, but it just happens to be like kind of the brand and the mantra. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, definitely. Like the designs and all that definitely look like a professional clothing line that could be pretty big. I could see it in like stores, the department stores and shit.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's just me ripping Photoshop.
Yeah, good shit. No, it's dope. Let me see. So yeah, you got your clothing line. When did you start writing music? Like, when did you start like putting music on Spotify and all that?
Dude, like end of 2016, 2017. January 2017, I think my first song came out. And so I've been like, 2020 just over. So like, this has been 3 years of putting out music on Spotify. And then like, I'd say my last year is when shit started like moving a little bit. 2019, end of 2019, 2020 is when things started kind of working for me. And in terms of like, growing and shit like that. But yeah, man, just been hustling for a little bit. I've been like, I was like the rapper kid on my campus for hella long though. You know what I mean? Like putting songs on SoundCloud and just like getting 100 streams and no one gives a fuck. But like, I was that kid for hella long. I think everybody was that kid, but maybe not for you because you went to a music school. So there's probably tons of people making music.
Oh yeah. There's tons of rappers and musicians at that school.
Yeah.
It's like, that's where the rappers went. But like a lot of the artists that like would go there to become a rapper, like to find that like opportunity to become a rapper would like fail out of it pretty easy because and have like that, like the school is very intense. Like it's a two-year school for 4-year degree. So like it's all year round, like all year round through the summers. Like you only get like 4 or 5 weeks off like for the whole year, like for vacations and stuff. So definitely an intense school. And a lot of the people like thought they would go there and like be able to record for free and like meet other like producers or like, I mean, you definitely met producers, you definitely met people like that, but like it wasn't a place
you go to make an album.
Yeah, it wasn't like they were scouting you out to like be the next big thing or anything like that.
Yeah, you already know that so many people were like telling people from their hometown, like, yeah, like, someone, I got the call out to go to Full Sail. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That was like some of the teachers, I think, teachers and people said that, like saying like, if you're here to become a musician, like you should have gone to Berkeley or something like that. Like, it's like, this is like more for like the technical, obviously the behind the boards, like side of things.
Yeah. Which is fire to learn if you do become an artist though, because then you can control that shit.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm so glad I like understand. And it helps, like, even when I wasn't mixing my own shit, like it helped me like be able to like describe what I wanted or like be able to like hear a specific thing that the engineer did wrong and like be able to like ask them to change it or like ask them, like be able to talk the lingo to have them like stuff rather than just be like, I don't like this. I don't know why I don't like this, but it's easier to like be able to talk like that and definitely a good experience.
Fuck yeah, bro.
But yeah, what's your plan for 2021?
Dude, so kind of a lot. So I got like, I've got, I'm stocking up a bunch of music. I'm sitting on like sent out a bunch of music, but I've narrowed it down to like 17 like good songs. I really believe in like the release strategy of, I like believe in weekly releases, but in terms of like 2021 for me, I'm releasing a song next week, which is one I'm really, really proud of. And then after that, it's kind of like a record deal with an investment company. And so we're basically doing an 8-song project with them. And I'm releasing a project of my own, which is going to probably come out as singles, but a lot of music coming out. Like I'm guessing, 20 to whatever it's going to be, but should be a big swing for me, man. Like I've been sitting on a couple different records that we're going to put some dollar signs behind. Probably the biggest marketing swing I've ever taken in my life. So I'm really going for this year. I really hope that able to fucking meet my marks and fucking take the next level. Like you said, bro, like I don't even know what my monthly listeners are out there. Everyone's just kind of down because it's Christmas right now, but mine usually sit between
mine dropped pretty good.
Dude, yeah, I think everyone's did, dude. Like I'm usually like a 210 to 225,000 monthly listener type of artist. And it's like, I can't wait till I want that million so fucking bad, dude. Like if I had a million, I just want that so fucking bad, dude. But that's what I'm fucking betting on, because you know what? It's crazy. It's like you look at the potential and I look at myself sometimes and bro, I know I can be one of those artists. It just separates. It separates it. It is just like a push, like you said. Having your song in like a Jake Paul video, but he didn't tag you, but if he gave you credit, it's like that pushes the song a lot. Like little shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, for sure. Just like one big editorial playlist. That's pretty much like how Arizona's artist kind of blew up with getting on the top pop. Was it top pop? I think. Yeah. And just getting from there.
He was an interesting. That kid's a fucking hitman. You ever met Arizona before?
No, I haven't, but I listen to his music all the time.
Yeah.
I obviously Ryan Oaks and all of them that know him personally, but I've never met him personally.
Yeah, really nice kid. I met him a couple different times, and and it's like you knew that kid. Like Ryan was saying on the last podcast, he's like that kid just radiates the energy of a star, and I felt the same way. I'm like, dude, this kid's gonna the production is phenomenal, and he's making hit songs. I remember when I first heard Arizona's shit, I was like, there's something separating here. He sounds like a little too good. You know what I mean? But but he's fired.
Definitely, yeah, he does that.
But fuck yeah. Let me ask you, you got anything else that you want to, say to the crowd out there that's listening into this? Any words of wisdom from J-Wright?
Words of wisdom. Up and coming artists, I guess just, I feel like nowadays it's definitely a lot harder. I think we were in there was a pocket of a time where SoundCloud was transitioning over to, or SoundCloud artists were transitioning over to Spotify artists because people were kind of figuring it out. And I think nowadays it's definitely, Spotify has become definitely oversaturated. So for the up and coming artists, I feel like come out unique and try to do something that other artists haven't done, whether it's with marketing, whether it's with just your own music, anything like that.
Fuck. Did I lose you? Fuck, might have lost him. Fuck. Let me show him a call. Should I text? Oh no, are you there? Can you hear me?
Back, yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah.
You got me?
Just freezing a bit.
Yeah, here we go. No,
yeah, can you hear me?
We're back. Yeah, but you were saying underground artists switching over. Spotify's really saturated, and so finding a way to differentiate yourself.
I was just pretty much just obviously investing your money, investing your time and your energy, and just trying to do something that sets you apart from other artists. Because like I said, it's definitely a saturated market. As Spotify has given any person the ability to become an artist, which is a great thing. And it's helped a lot of people and a lot of artists break through and be able to make a living off their music. But it also obviously attracts a lot of people wanting to do the same thing. So your competition is a lot higher now. So you obviously just have to work harder than most and differentiate yourself from other people, and don't be afraid to spend your money into what you want to do, and like invest in yourself, and invest your time and all that to be able to push through. And if you just keep consistent with that, then majority of the time it'll work out.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Don't be afraid to. One of the things I was scared of early on is like, I was making an okay salary when I first graduated college, but I was like always kind of nervous about investing into my music. Like, invest into your music, invest into the shit you care about. Like, just don't spend your money on bullshit for a little bit, and invest, like buy the better mic, like buy the interface, like buy Logic, like invest in your education, invest in, maybe a mentor. Like for me, like I'm doing artist coaching, like invest in, it doesn't have to be me, but somebody like that, invest in like some courses and shit. I think that's super important. I think that's missed a lot. A lot of people are like, why aren't I blowing up? It's like, you haven't invested anything other than you thinking that you're good. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
That only goes so fucking far. So fuck yeah, dude. When did you get verified?
I got verified last November, I believe, November 2019. When I was with 1RPM for a bit for my album drop.
That's fire.
They kind of, so yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Definitely.
Love that, dude. I'm fighting for I'm verified on like everything other than Instagram, and I'm fucking fighting back, dude. It's killing me, man.
Yeah, no, it's definitely hard. They don't make it easy. I mean, I'm still not verified on Twitter.
Twitter's kind of a lost cause, though. I don't even consider that anymore. I don't even know if they're verifying people.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I think it's Facebook, Instagram, and then YouTube and SoundCloud. I think I'm verified on, but yeah, no, it's crazy.
Those are all the ones that you
verification. Need. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but all right, fuck yeah, man. I'll keep it a little bit over an hour, man. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. If you're here now, make sure you follow J-Wright. What are your ad names? Is it just J-Wright?
It's for Instagram. It's ITSJ_Wright. And then Spotify, obviously just J-Wright. And I think it's the same for Twitter. That's pretty much it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't heard of J-Wright before, his music's really good. I think it's similar. If you like some of my stuff like Broken Screens or something like that, I think he does a lot of that stuff, and also has some fucking barred up rap songs coming out. I mean, the shit that you kind of just released too. The song with Nate Good that you guys just dropped was Flames. That shit was like an easy song to listen to. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, but also Nate's extremely good too. You know what I mean? So it worked really well.
Oh yeah. No, I love his music.
Yeah, me too.
Talented guy.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great day at work. I love you guys so much. Peace.